I think it's the best entrance.
Welcome back.
Happy to be back.
And hi, everybody. I'm JRDiGS. This is Sports and Stuff.
Yes.
And I'm sitting with Max Francis. You are the fashion designer for many professional sports teams.
I work with all of the pro teams in Hamilton and also McMaster University and Mohawk
and
Mohawk
about
College.
to be, you're about to design the new uniforms for the Winnipeg Jets.
We're working on it.
Yeah, you're just gonna go with this one. That boy. See, that is the psychology of suggestion, right? I guess if I just start saying things, I can even convince you of that. Yeah. You really should. You're a talented guy. Yeah. You've got this huge career designing uniforms and apparel for sports teams and fans.
Yes.
And we just did a full podcast of sports and stuff that only was about stuff.
It had nothing to do with sports.
And we went really long.
Yeah.
And you brought your daughter here, who's also your manager, which is fascinating because she's 8 years old.
She's 8 years old, and she's also my bodyguard.
Yeah. Well, but seriously, she's like your manager, though.
She's 100%.
not really your bodyguard, but she probably could be. If she said to stop somebody, they probably would.
She has a glare that stops people in their tracks.
There you go. Max Francis is becoming very popular and famous locally in Hamilton, this great city, and about to branch out to the rest of the country and the world.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And so I'm not going to help you do that here. But I shouldn't laugh like that. That is like the worst laugh ever for a comment. You probably will, though. You're a talented dude. And you have lots to say.
Yes.
Or who has more to say, you or I?
I think you do.
I will laugh at that. So we spent a long time doing a lot of talk about stuff.
Yes.
And then you had to leave abruptly.
Yes, I did.
Because your daughter had to go to the washroom.
She had to take a potty break.
We were going that long.
Yeah.
And then I had to as well take a potty break. And now we're back.
We are back.
To talk sports.
We are 100% going to talk sports this time.
Yes. So I hope you listened and or watched the previous, I guess it would be previous pod. That's how it'll work on the internet, right? Yeah. And then this would be next. Yeah. If they want to tune in, just us talking about sports.
Just sports.
I brought you on because you are an expert. You're the only guy, the only person that I know in the whole world. Yeah. Literally, this is true. That is qualified to speak about fashion.
Okay, let's do it.
That's really why you're here. Other than I like you, and I like you a lot more now.
Thank you. I like you a lot more too.
No, I think that we got into the previous hour, the previous pod, or however I'm going to say it. How should I say it? Whatever. The previous pod, the first installment of Sports and Stuff that was just stuff. We actually had like a personal moment.
We did.
Talked about how you initially thought I was a jerk.
Yeah, I did.
And then I thought. I didn't think anything. I didn't want to think about you.
You thought I was a t-shirt dude.
Yeah, and I didn't care.
Yeah.
And then it took us a couple years to meet. Yeah. And actually, turns out we get along.
And we have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot in common.
Yeah.
And I've grown to respect and admire you more than I did before.
Thank you.
And the conversation we just had, we got into that a little bit.
We did.
Which is why it went longer and we didn't talk about sports, but now I'm going to.
Yeah, we spent the entire time talking about Justin Trudeau.
That's not true. We didn't talk about politics at all. We could do that right now.
No.
Do three of these. We want to talk about politics a little bit. But do you have anything to say about Trudeau?
No, but Scheer scares the heck out of me. He looks like a neo-Nazi to me. I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know.
Do you think you could and should judge a book by the cover?
You definitely should not, but I feel like he gives off that vibe. I trust vibes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But they're not always accurate, right? We like vibes and your first impression or what you might think of somebody, right? Because it's sometimes circumstantial and environment you're in or the situation you're in?
I think people are unnecessarily harsh on Justin Trudeau. He's running a country. I feel like there's a very steep learning curve doing something like that, and he's figuring it out. Obviously, he didn't have previous experience, but he's got people that do that for him. He's not actually running the country himself. It's not like a ship where he's steering and like, oh, there's an iceberg.
And it's in an international. And I really don't want to talk about politics. Like, don't do this because they're gonna just start berating me again because I'm going off the rails again and not talking about sports that we promised. Okay. That's all we're going to talk about. But I think that in a global perspective, talk about book by the cover or judging a book by the cover. He's seems like a charismatic. Leader.
Let me put it this way.
And that could be a good thing.
So you're in school, you're picking a team, dodgeball, pick up basketball, whatever. Shearer is sitting on one bench, Trudeau is sitting on one bench. Who are you going to pick for your team?
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. There you go. And now, but the other guy might be actually better at it, and then that's the problem. And they kick your ass.
That's true.
Who's the worst looking or the most awkward athlete that you wouldn't pick based on how they look?
John Stockton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, you come right out of the gate.
Yeah. John Stockton did not look anywhere near as talented as he actually was.
Huh. Yeah. What about Derozan?
Derozan, I think, looked like an athlete. No?
No, I think he was always like he always had like skin problems.
Yeah,
and
he
stuff,
had
right?
major acne
And I
problems.
think that it was like it made him. I have a whole theory on Derozan.
Made him angry.
Angry?
He played angry because of his skin problems, I think.
See, I think he played self-conscious, and
Really?
And he was like not timid, but I think that there was
Shied away from the
edge.
camera?
Well, there was an edge that was missing
Yeah.
in his game, which obviously, as Raptor fans know, came shining through always in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's because of how he looked or his problems, but yeah, I'm not saying that at all. But I think that. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. What am I save me on this?
All I know is that
we're going to get roasted right now because I'm saying DeRozan had skin problems and he didn't look handsome, and that's why I wouldn't pick him. And he's a great player, one of the best.
All I know is
in
we
the
are
NBA.
finally on sports. So yes, sports.
Yeah. Let me not even talk about that. I'm not a huge DeRozan fan.
Yeah.
Do you like DeRozan? Is he one of
I
your
thought he
favorite
was.
Raptors?
I thought he was really talented. I thought he had a lot of attitude, though. So.
Yeah, attitude, really?
But I think most pro athletes have a lot of attitude.
I think you have to.
But on the court, yeah, no problem. But off the court, chill out, man.
Yeah, but I think that's what I was maybe getting at off the court. I think that there was issues, and it must be difficult for these guys, like he's a real person.
Yeah.
And to be that, people be that critical of you, and to have cameras pointed at you, and to have that
All
in
the
your
time.
life. And then if you're not,
Confident.
you and I are very handsome,
Yeah.
debonair, charismatic people.
Absolutely. Only reason I came here.
It's about charismatic.
'Cause of your-
And that's why I invited you. I didn't even realize how handsome you are.
Thank you.
You are very handsome and charismatic. I wonder who has a better smile. Or
Is this
better
a
laugh.
dating site? What's happening here?
Who has a better smile? Yeah, who has a better smile?
You definitely have a better smile.
No, I don't know. You have a great smile. Yeah, I was almost going to vote. Yeah, he's like, I think.
Different smiles, very different smiles.
Yeah, mine seems what? Goofier smile. Yeah, you're more handsome and debonair. I'm just a goof. Just a goof. Yeah, that's a good deduction, that's for sure. But what I would like to get your opinion on, though,
All right, let's go.
is regarding fashion. Your daughter is literally, did she just kibosh this? She's
No,
being very patient, right?
Yeah.
Because we've been at this for a little while now. But it is the reason you're here.
Okay.
You're the only person I know
Yeah.
in the world
Yeah.
who's actually qualified to speak on fashion. You're famous for your Hamilton is home. Maybe people around the country don't know this, but
Did you know there are 108 cities around the world named Hamilton? So I am worldwide max.
really,
Yeah.
why don't you take all your leftover T-shirts and go to some of those cities?
It's a possibility.
Why don't you do that?
We could go worldwide.
Let's do it.
All right, done. Me and
No, let's go-
JRDiGS
yeah.
worldwide.
No, let's go do a podcast on a different Hamilton.
Yes.
And then take a bunch of your T-shirts, start giving them out, and then we'll become popular.
Yep.
Can I get in on the money aspect of that?
Absolutely. We can split the profits 50-50.
Oh, I'm doing this.
Let's
Because we can go to another Hamilton.
I feel like JR only does stuff for money, so you gotta throw the money at him, or he's not interested.
Well, no, we talked about that too. I'm interested. I just wouldn't mind, whatever, paying for lunch. That's all.
JR's like the mob. Where's my vig?
No, but the vig is if you're got the loan and you have to pay the interest, right?
Yeah.
I don't need the interest. I just need the actual some potatoes with the squash. You wouldn't eat potatoes and squash, would you?
I don't like potatoes and squash.
You don't like either of those things?
I like
Really? I like
mashed
both those
potatoes,
things. Yeah.
not potatoes.
Yeah. Well, there's many ways to do potatoes.
Yeah, I like pierogies though.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I could eat some pierogies.
Yeah, they're very filling though, right?
They are.
Are you fatter than you would like to be right now? Or are you?
I
in good shape?
am way fatter than I would like to be right now.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
about 20 pounds over where
Me
I
too.
would be.
Yeah.
I'm a stress eater, so whenever I'm stressed, I eat.
Why are you stressed?
Running a business.
Oh yeah, that can be stressful, right?
It is
And you're in
stressful.
the public eye.
Yeah.
And you're getting famous for your fashion business. Max does all the apparel for all these sports teams.
Yep.
And so you're also a host at the Hamilton Tiger Cats games.
Yep.
So you're a very predominant part of the game.
Yeah.
The game day. You're everywhere.
Experience, yes.
The experience.
Yes.
And so you can speak on this. You know where I sit.
Yes. Front
You've seen
row.
me. And it's become kind of fun we've done it forever, but recently the Eric, the kid beside
Yeah.
me, started, I don't know if he put it on his YouTube, where he started grabbing his camera and shooting video of, there's a little bit of this involved.
Yeah.
And we have some fun with the players. You're so close to the players.
Yeah.
And I'll get in these conversations with some of these visiting players.
Yeah.
My buddies are a little bit offside, I have to admit.
Okay.
And that's not as much fun. I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me how engaged you get with these players.
Yeah.
How close they are.
Yeah.
Have you ever nearby where you see me talking to a player?
Absolutely.
Isn't it insane?
It's pretty awesome. And the fact that they respond, that's what I find interesting.
I have full conversations
Yeah.
with these guys.
Yeah.
And it's mind-boggling to me
Yeah.
how much they engage.
Yeah.
And so you know this firsthand. You've been there.
Yeah.
So Eric, maybe put his Instagram or something so we can give him some props.
Yeah.
Started shooting some stuff on his phone.
Yeah.
We started using it in this Sports and Stuff podcast, some of this crappy footage. And one of the games, we got into it with, or I did specifically, got into it with some of the TSN guys.
Okay.
We always, every game, always get into it with Matthew Scianitti.
Okay.
He's, do you know Matthew Scianitti?
I have seen him. I have not officially met him. He doesn't really speak.
Right. So he doesn't speak to you either?
He doesn't speak to anybody.
He sucks up like crazy, though, to players.
Yeah.
And to people that he thinks are important. I didn't see any of the panel talking to him, to be honest. I've never seen the actual guys in the panel speak to him.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this Matthew Scianitti guy, I guess.
Yeah.
I like him mostly because he endlessly gives us something to do.
Okay.
There's never a dull moment
Yeah.
at a stadium
Yeah.
watching a Ticat game if Matthew Scianitti is on the sidelines.
Okay.
Because he's always right there.
Yeah.
And so we'll chirp him a little bit.
Does he respond?
Never. Okay. He will never. He's right there, as close as this camera. So Mark, you're Matthew Scianitti. Okay. You've seen this probably.
Yeah.
You've heard, you're right there. And I'll be like, Scianitti. And he won't acknowledge, okay? When we're trying to get his attention, he will not acknowledge.
Yeah.
He will not look at us, speak to us. And I'm not going to give him advice right now because I want him to keep being exactly who he is. If he ever, a couple of years ago when we started doing this, would have just turned around,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'd go, hey man, but because he won't acknowledge us,
Yeah.
speak to us, look at us, wave at us,
Yeah.
we just have become obsessed, fixated completely on busting this guy's balls, to the point where we get the whole section to sing the Mission Impossible song. How's that go again?
Dun 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 dun.
Clearly he loves it.
Oh, he eats it up.
Loves it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a part of it, that he just loves it so much that he has our attention.
Yeah.
And he realizes that if he ever just stopped and waved or looked at us, that it would just all end. So Matthew Scianitti, just keep being you. and we have so much fun at this poor guy's expense.
Yeah.
Like endlessly. And he loves, so speaking of fashion and Matthew Scianitti.
Yes.
He doesn't speak to you either, though?
He has not.
Why don't you go up to him next game and just say hi and see what happens?
I think Matthew is a very busy Toronto personality.
I don't think so.
And I don't think he has. I don't think he has time for us homely, low down Hamilton guys.
Why do you think he thinks like? Oh man, I don't want to be mean here. We got to be careful how I say this, because he's probably a good dude. I just wouldn't know that.
I don't know that either.
Let's find out, you and I.
Should we?
Yeah, let's find out who this guy really is.
Okay.
If he's actually cool, if he's actually a complete
I think you should. I think you
call
should
him.
tweet him. I think you should tweet at him.
We do, and he tweets back, and he highlights all our stuff that goes on the Instagram that I put on there. Yeah. So we're very engaged.
Yeah.
On the social media.
He just won't talk to you in person.
But he won't even acknowledge.
Maybe he's shy.
Like, we got to either Matthew Scianitti should come on the pod, or let's figure this all out, though, okay? You and I, in the next game, we're going to figure out what is really going on in this guy's head on the sidelines. But with regards to fashion,
yes,
one of the things that it's too easy to chirp him about his footwear, right? And his choice of suits and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you a picture of Scianitti in that game.
Okay.
And you're going to start to evaluate. What happened was, during the game, I got into it with, I don't know who was first. It could have been Milt Siegel, or it could have been Dunnigan. I'm not sure who it was first. But I got into it with the TSN panel. We're all hanging there. Yeah. And, they responded to me like the players do. Yeah. And isn't it amazing? Like, they're just, like, I guess I'm pretty loud, eh?
Yeah, they're just normal dudes, man.
But I got into it about their fashion.
Yeah.
And specifically about the lack of fashion with Henry Burns.
Okay.
So I was chirping Henry Burns pretty good about what he was wearing.
Yeah. Was it the suit or the shoes? What?
His suit. It was like, I'm going to show you. Like, you're going to evaluate this. Or maybe we show the footage, how to show, like my cell phone footage first, and then people know what we're talking about. Does that make more sense? Do that now? Yeah. Okay. So let's let everybody see what happened at the Ticat game between me and the panel.
Bill! Are you telling the police about Dunnigan's jacket? Are you telling the police for Dunnigan's jacket? Dunnigan! It's like the police! Tell the police about that! It's gotta be criminal! Yeah, Burris! I know you've got a hometown feel here, but look at Stiegel's jacket and look at Dunnigan's jacket. Come on, man, you got it like a little bit of spiffy. No, you're getting killed. I love you, buddy, but Stiegel and Dunnigan are killing you right now in the fashion department.
You know what?
I know, look, see? I love you, but
I don't lay down with you at night. I'm sorry. I love you for it.
And all that being said, I hate Dunnigan. I'm still giving him that. I hate Dunnigan.
And so, there it was. A little sideline chat. I should come up with a name for what that is. speaking of nicknames and stuff, I should come up with a name for what happens at the Ticat games with me and the players, and now with the TSN broadcasting crew. And as you could see from the footage that we just looked at, I didn't approve. I didn't love Henry Burris's wardrobe.
Okay.
And so, far be it from me to be so judgmental.
Okay.
I think Milt Siegel killed him.
Yeah. Milt
Killed
is
him.
always dressed to the nines. He's big on his wardrobe.
And he looks great.
He does.
He looks, and he made Burris look like, not very debonair.
To be fair to Burris, a lot of times
You're just acting like a homer now. Burris is like a hometown, played for the Ticats. And
I'm
so,
giving him the benefit of the
do
doubt.
you know Burris?
I do not.
Okay.
I've met him several times, but we're not friends.
Okay, but you have maybe nicer things to say about him because you know him more so than Dunnigan or Siegel.
I'm giving him the benefit of the
Okay,
doubt.
go on.
Maybe his luggage got lost.
Okay. So you agree with me?
No, I'm just saying like there are extenuating circumstances.
So we can like just to recap here. I want to show you what you're looking at. So the Burris was in the. That's a pretty. I don't know. That's a bad suit to be broadcasting.
It's a blue suit.
Yeah, blue suit.
What's wrong with a blue suit? I don't like the tie, but I like it. The suit's not
And
bad.
the shoes.
Here's the thing, and I know this from personal experience.
Okay.
He's got sensitive feet. You can't be wearing those fancy pointed shoes, especially if you have a double E or anything like that. You have to have comfortable shoes. You're out there for 4 hours. Your feet are killing you.
I don't care. You want to get in the broadcasting game, be fancy. Your teammates now.
You want him
are on the
limping
panel.
around the field?
Look at Scianitti, like he wears those sneakers. He only does that for. Please show a picture of Matthew Scianitti right now, and just so we can. He's got these like those. The sneakers are just for attention. No,
Yeah.
that's not even comfort because Chucks aren't even comfortable.
No.
So there's no comfort there and no fashion.
Yep. I think that's his signature thing.
Like, is it?
Apparently.
It's like but clowns have a signature thing too. Like they have the big, colorful shoes. Sorry, Scianitti, but I guess that's his thing. You're right. That's his thing. I don't like it. Do you like it? If you're going to be judgmental, as a guy who can be, because you're
I love
in that
Converse.
industry.
I know Vans are really popular now. I've always been a Converse guy.
So you're going to side with Scianitti's fashion choice here?
I'm pretty much never going to side with Scianitti, but I do like Converses.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough. Okay. So, and Dunnigan, look, Dunnigan looks, but it must be hard to get suits to fit into those pipes, right?
Dunnigan's a big guy, and you know what? Those are tailor-made suits, so he definitely is putting his money where his style is.
So in this game, who wins?
Who's number one? Milt.
Yeah.
Milt was number one.
But always, or just like
for this game, I think Milt definitely stepped up his game, or his game has always stepped up.
And it looks like it's like a classy jacket, right?
Yeah.
And pulls it off. Burris looks like he's just like, I don't know, looking for corporate sponsors or something like that. Looks like he's a salesman.
I can't pick on my boy Burris. He's got to get the comfy shoes, man. 4 hours.
Bad footwear, bad suit, great smile. And then Dunnigan always. Who's better between Dunnigan and Siegel?
You know what? I'm still going to go with Stiegel.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Dunnigan's wearing a nice suit, but I like what Stiegel put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it just because of the way Stiegel he looks good in it too, right?
He's a lot leaner,
tall.
so I think his suits fit a little.
Does that help? Is that part of your judgment here? How he looks?
How the suit hangs on your body?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, then that's not fair because Siegel's like he's got the lean athletic
receiver,
body. Right.
Yeah. Built.
Whereas Dunnigan looks like a
bulky dude.
Yeah, like an ox in there.
Yeah, but at the same time,
he's got huge pipes, probably bigger arms than. Well, you got pretty big arms too.
No, he looks like a linebacker now.
I know.
Yeah.
So is he just in the gym nonstop?
He's in the gym and he's probably eating a little more than he did when he was playing.
Oh, you think he's
No. I'm not calling him fat at all. I'm just saying he's definitely not quarterback weight right now.
Yeah. No, that's for sure. But a great quarterback, right?
Oh, he was an amazing quarterback.
And a good broadcaster. Who's the best? Do you host a lot of stuff?
I do watch. I think out of the three of them, I would say that Matt is the best broadcaster.
Oh
out
yeah?
of the three. Yeah.
I disagree.
Who do you like?
Siegel. I think he's slick. He's looking for like an angle. Dunnigan sounds like he's as an ex-quarterback, kind of like doing all the cliche stuff. Not the Don Cherry style of broadcasting, but he's looking for the cliche things to say or whatever. Yeah. Stiegel, I don't know. Maybe I just think he's more charismatic. Yeah. They're close though, right?
They are very close.
But Burris is way behind. At least in the fashion element, right? Burris, I'm just telling it like it is.
Henry.
You're a good dude and a Hamilton connection, but has to get some better suits, right?
You know what's
to be on that panel?
I'm gonna make him a true Hamiltonian suit. Whenever you're ready, Henry, reach out to me.
Well, what you do, you'll make it like a
custom suit with.
You will.
We have a lining that has the little crossed hammer logos.
Oh yeah. So good for you. We've
made it before. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
You'll give it to him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh wow. Well, why wouldn't he take you up on that?
Well,
he couldn't have made that much money. He played in the CFL. I wonder who's the wealthiest of the three of those guys.
Matt.
Why is that?
Quarterbacks always make more than the other players,
right.
And then they get all the endorsement deals. I don't know. Scianitti might be making $1 million. I don't know.
No way. If Scianitti's making $1 million, oh man, that is my time to just go back to being a hick. And just speaking of me,
all right.
What do you think of I've struggled with this.
Yeah.
And there's other sports stuff I want to talk to you about in a second. But I brought some suits out. I have a bunch of suits.
Yep.
Okay. Actually, I think you helped pick this one out.
Yes, I did.
That was for the Acoustic Christmas.
Yes. It was a hit.
Yeah, people liked it, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I know you know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But on this particular thing, I went with the Dave Hodge kind of homage to Dave Hodge.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know who Dave Hodge is even?
He was a broadcaster, right?
Yeah. Legendary. You might be. Are you into hockey as much as other sports?
Not as much, but I have seen him do broadcasts.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is kind of my homage to him.
Okay.
Growing up, listening to Dave Hodge.
Yeah.
And I'd like the real thing. I think he has one jacket left. Okay. But I had the mustache for a little bit because I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then I guess it wasn't that funny. So I shaved that off.
Okay.
Should I go back to the mustache? Like a really creepy, kind of hilarious 1970s sportscaster mustache?
No.
No? Everybody says that.
I always think, is it The Weatherman? Is that what that movie is?
What?
Go back to the mustache?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, some people say yes. I think it's hilarious. It's very irritating.
But you just said it wasn't hilarious.
Yeah,
you thought it was hilarious?
Not funny enough to maybe tolerate how
itchy it was?
Yeah. And more mustache.
More mustache.
See, the crew, so I get this feedback from, but that might be them just going, they know how much it bothers me and how much I don't like it, and they just want me to have to endure that. Yeah, the old school 1970s sport, that was my thought.
Yeah.
And then, but you're saying no.
I'm sticking with my no.
Okay. And then the other thing that is a constant debate for me is you can't talk me off the jacket just yet. You might be able to. Could you make me a custom jacket?
I could.
But will you? So wait a minute. You will do it for Burris, but not for me. What do you think Burris is going to do for you?
Nothing. But you were complaining that he looked horrible. I'm trying to help him.
Right. But I think you think Burris can do more for your brand than I can.
No, not at all. See, now you're assuming.
Okay, well, let's clarify that.
I think your signature style works.
What is that? He helped me one day of the year, December 23rd, to get in the wardrobe, and it's great for this big charity event.
It's the JRDiGS signature look. I like it.
What is?
It's laid back. It's, you know what? This is who I am. Either like it or screw off.
People screw off, trust me. They all screw off. But the hat, though, this is nobody does stuff in hats.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do this more
to
keep you guys happy because it's not in my because they said that's not why people don't wear hats.
Yeah.
Because it blocks light, and
Yeah.
they say so that's why nobody does it, dude. There's a reason. So, but the reason I wear the hat is deep down. We got into this on the previous pod that we did about how my relationship to Hamilton and your relationship to Hamilton, and I'm coming back to Hamilton now more. But it was I've turned into a little bit more of a hick now.
Yeah.
And spent a lot of time like in Long Point, Norfolk County, and so this is the real me now, a little
Okay.
bit, just a little bit of a dirtbag,
Okay.
redneck hick is mostly how you will find me these days.
Okay.
So this reminds me to be me.
Okay.
So not to get too deep,
I like that.
but that's kind of like, this is, like you said, this is who I don't care anymore. I got nothing to prove and nowhere to go. But you think in a professional setting,
I think it works.
so stick with the hat,
Yeah.
but stay the mustache gone.
I think a lot of girls think mustaches are creepy as hell.
A picture, yeah, but that was kind of what I was going for.
Okay.
I was like, put a picture here, maybe, please, of me in an earlier podcast with the
mustache.
with the mustache,
Yeah.
and then now this is me like without it.
I still like without the mustache.
Okay, but you're qualified to speak on this stuff. You're like a fashion guru.
I tried
You make a living doing this.
I tried a Fu Manchu for a while.
If I was going to give you advice, I would go with the full James Harden kind of thing.
Okay.
A little bit more.
A little more?
A little bit more.
Okay.
I don't know. Isn't that the cool thing, or is that already passe? There's a little bit more.
A little longer? Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
bit.
grow it out.
Just a tiny bit.
I'm gonna grow it out.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be food in it and bugs.
But there's food and bugs in it already. You think there's no food and bugs in it? I can see food and bugs in here right now. Easy on this close-up. Where's that your close-up there? They can see it right now.
Oh man. Yeah.
But a little bit more.
I'm saving that for later. Why are you judging?
I'm not judging. You're the guy who's supposed to be judging here. You judged. You're a big fan of Burris, Henry Burris, as a person,
Yes.
but you acknowledge that his fashion sense is for the shits.
I acknowledge that his luggage was lost.
Okay,
before
same
that
thing.
day.
And we know that from looking at the video of my fun on the sidelines, that Siegel is probably the guy with the best dress.
Stiegel was a class act. Yeah, he was pretty sharp.
Milt, what was his nickname? Milt
Milt Still.
Yeah. And Dunnigan always looks good, but it's slightly
Bulky.
slightly bulky, so it's nothing to do with the suits.
Yeah.
Just a big bull in a
And
suit.
I feel like he goes with classic suits, whereas Milt is willing to take chances with more European styles.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
He's killing that panel.
Yeah.
He is top dog on that panel.
Yeah.
And then way down the line is Matthew Scianitti.
Who?
With this, yeah, exactly. Here's just a little bit of footage of Matthew Scianitti. I don't know if we're going to put it here. Maybe the picture was just there.
Yeah.
And then just a little bit of video as before we wrap up here. My favorite guy to chirp because it's just so easy. This is Matthew Scianitti.
Ladies and gentlemen, is it Matthew Scianitti or Tom Cruise? Da-da-da, 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 Scianitti. It ruined his life or something. But I did get him 3 new Instagram followers. Matthew Scianitti! White! It doesn't matter what Stiegel thinks of you, it matters what the drunk guy in row 2 thinks of you. Stay out of my crossfire, Stiegel. You don't want to be part of this. Dunnigan can feel it. He knows. His instincts are good. Stay away. The TSN guy, the TSN, Matthew Scianitti. Doesn't he look exactly like Tom Cruise?
40-yard putt to Williams.
Yeah. Tom Cruise. He's Tom Cruise.
Top Gun, he says. He said Top Gun.
Top Gun, Top Gun, Top Gun. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just too easy, right?
Or, as we all like to say at the game, Top Gun.
The nickname gave him one of the players. Top Gun. Okay, so we figured out a couple things.
Yeah.
There were some other things we could talk about in sports, in football, CFL or NFL.
CFL.
Okay. Okay, so rank NFL in the rankings.
CFL, NFL, NBA, then comes baseball, hockey, and soccer.
Okay. Soccer's not even on my list. I wasn't even going to put that as part of the equation, but I'm glad you did for all you soccer. Oh, yeah, because you're doing stuff. You're doing apparel for the, what are they called?
Forge FC.
Yeah.
I should not have to think that hard. I was thinking Hamilton Honey Badgers, the new basketball team.
I get you a lot of stuff in your mind and get people mixed up. That was my fault. Yeah. So we'll have lots more to talk about.
Yeah.
This was Max Francis. My buddy, we're like
we have a secret handshake now. What elbows? Like all kinds of stuff going on.
This was Sports and Stuff. I'm JRDiGS, and I hope you enjoyed listening and watching.